Both leaders who will complete APC project in 2023. Tunde Fashola, welcome to the news and thank you for tuning to listen. The Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, urged Nigerians to vote only for political leaders who will guarantee the completion of projects by the ruling All Progressive Congress APC regime in the 2023 general elections. Mr. Fashola gave the advice on Thursday in Abuja when a delegation of a trade union congress TUC, led by its president Quadri Olaleye, paid him a courtesy visit. The TUC delegation addressed the fear of possible abandonment of ongoing project at the end of President Muhammad Buhari's tenure. Mr. Fashola urged Nigerians to consciously vote for authentic leaders who would ensure the completion of ongoing projects. Speaking further on the fear of owing contractors due to lack of funds, the minister said the tax credit intervention of 621 billion naira by the NNPC had helped ensure payment to contractors. Debt for infrastructure is an investment in the future, and if we set out to do only what we can complete, that means we will not do anything, he said. On the concern of the TUC that its members were not benefiting from the National Housing Project, NHP, Mr. Fashola assured them that they would benefit if they applied. He also assured them that more housing estates will soon be inaugurated and the delivery of new state secretariat in Nasarawa, Zamfara, and Ekiti states. The CUC president commended the minister for the project completed and inaugurated nationwide. Mr. Olaleye said the union was concerned about the ongoing constructions that might not be completed before the 2023 general elections due to lack of funds. He listed some of the projects to include the Second Niger Bridge and Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. According to him, the union's concern is that if the construction companies are not paid, they will be out of business, which would have multiplier effect on the TUC members. Now, let me say this. I don't think you coming out to say we should vote for a regime, to vote for people who are going to complete it. I think, like I said, and I have always been saying, the number one solution to this problem is if the INEC body have a criteria for those who are coming out to contest or who are looking forward to be their party's flag bearer or who are coming out to contest for the presidential position. Look, it's very easy. In the criteria, it should be included that if peradventure you are given the opportunity to serve as the president, you are going to be completing projects. These things are very easy. Why not just set laws in place? And of course, remove the lawlessness by saying if you don't work towards the completion of this project, immediately you come in, you spend like, let's say, half of your tenure. They first of all reduces to one tenure. And if by half of your tenure, they're not seeing any signs of you completing, because first of all, you even have to even start completing before you start working on a new one, right? If you don't complete in half your tenure, they tell you bye-bye. I think this thing should sort it. And of course, they bring back, in fact, the thing is, we need a brand new constitution. And with how do we get a brand new constitution? We don't need anybody drafting it for us. We're no longer babies. Unfortunately, the people who drafted that one, they were military men who, of course, the military regime, the civilians don't get to say much. Now we are in democracy. They're supposed to call us for a dialogue. I don't see how difficult this is. I don't really see how difficult it is. But it is because we don't see ourselves as a united nation. We don't see ourselves as a united country. Because I don't get to understand why we are going to be so against ourselves and yet to tell ourselves that we are Nigerians. It's not possible. You can't be calling yourself a Nigerian, but yet you hate another geopolitical zone. Any geopolitical zone that is not from your, as in any state that is not from your geopolitical zone, you hate them with passion. Anything that is going to better the other zone, you are against it. Like how? Is it not high time we come together and sort our differences once and for all? The dialogue I've been suggesting that should even hold before the election, it will put everything under check. Because in that dialogue, we are going to get, okay, fine. You're going to get to the east, the west, the north, the south, all six geopolitical zone. It's going to be not just people who are agitating for secession. It is going to be people who are actually Nigerians. The masses in particular. You get to pick people from the grassroots. You go to local government and make sure you pick people from the masses, so that very few politicians, so that when they come together, they're going to be able to speak the mind of the people. You pick people who sleep the same way these people sleep, who see the same way these people see, who think the way they think, who feel the pain they feel, who feel the hurt the same way these people feel. Then after that dialogue, INEC cannot go into, it will be the constitution. Everything will be there. Criteria, INEC will have the criteria. So same way you vote somebody, I don't mean, you're not, it is not competency. We are looking right now, this generation, we are looking for a competent person. A competent person is also somebody who is going to, who is going to fulfill that. So if you are saying we should not look at any other thing, but look at that, I'm saying there's a problem. Unfortunately, at this point, we are at the point where everybody thinks they have the right to rule. They have the right to come out to rule, even though they have been the one on the seat. The Northerners are clamoring for presidency. The Southwesterners are clamoring for presidency. The Southeasterners are saying, look, we have been sidelined for long. Let us have this thing. And me, I'm even supporting. These people have been sidelined. It's just like your child comes in and said, you're always giving this to this my brother, or you're always giving this to this my sister. Why can't you give me this? Why can't I do this for you? You allow that child to do it. You explain to that child, see, it is not that. It's because I feel you're not capable. Mommy, I am capable. Let them show themselves. I mean, I don't think this should be a criteria, as in saying anybody who can continue. No. And of course, if you're going to be talking about the project, we all know that there are project and there are project. We all know there is project insecurity. We all know there is project economic decay. We all know that there is project of education, as in not taking the lackadaisical attitude in education. Are we going to talk about the health sector? A lot. So if you're talking about the project, please, which one of them? To vote for candidates that will continue with this menace project we are facing today, such as hunger, exactly what I'm saying. Insecurities, bad economy and poverty. You people should fear God when deceiving the masses. That is why I said there are projects and there are projects. Like I said, these things should not be placed. They should stop placing unnecessary pressure on us. Make this thing criteria. INEC should have a criteria. There are some certain people that once they come and they're screened, you tell this person, no, there is no way you are being the president. There is no way your party is even bringing you out. Any party that brings you out, the party is going to be benched. It is that easy. And we are going to leave this two-party system. We have varieties where we can choose from, so that people can come out and show their competencies. So that we don't get the letter, and this one is one of the lesser evils. No. Nigeria is not caused to always have to choose between one of the lesser evils. We should choose one of the best competent persons or competent hands. In my humble opinion, INEC should be the one to bear this burden. They should have a criteria that will ensure people who finish projects, their successors, are able to complete their norm. Of course, they should also have criteria of which, they're going to use to front the presidential candidates or governorship candidates or any candidate vying for any office at all. On this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.